Hey guys, so for this video, I'll be showing some of the things that I got in Japan. Actually made a haul earlier. I uploaded it like 2 days ago of the items that I ordered online. So if you're interested and you haven't watched that video features newer releases, some older, and then kind of just in between. And these are the things I specifically got in Japan because I want to talk a little bit about my experience there when it came to K-pop. So if you want to stick around, I'm not only going to talk about the K-pop albums and the prices and all of that, but I'm also just going to talk about K-pop things related in Japan. And then maybe I'll talk about my trip in a separate video, but I wanted to make a video on just buying K-pop stuff in Japan because I don't feel like there's that many videos about it. Um, Unfortunately, I did not have the opportunity to visit that many stores because my trip just was just filled with a bunch of activities, I guess. So I didn't have too much time to visit a lot of stores, but I'll make commentary on some of these things throughout the video when it came to just finding albums. So, as you can see, I got some older stuff mainly, but yeah. So the first item that I have is Girls' Generation Galaxy Supernova. If you don't know, Girls' Generation is my ultimate favorite group when it comes to girl groups and just groups overall, along with Donbangshinki. So I've been meaning to have or buy the singles in Japan because technically that's like one of the few things that I'm missing from them. So I just wanted to have a complete collection for it. And they don't have that many singles in Japan, so I didn't feel that bad like buying these. And but yeah, I just wanted to have, I don't know, more complete, I guess, collection for them. So when I found out that I was going to Japan, I was like, hopefully I will find these. Luckily I did get three. So the first one that I have right here is Galaxy Supernova. If you're familiar with the US currency, a dollar is about 100 yen. So these were pretty, this one was pretty cheap. It was only $3. And I got all of these albums actually in Book Off. So shout out to Angels 2014, Jade. Thank you so much for recommending me to visit Book Off because if it weren't for you, I would have not visited any of the Book Off stores. So heads up for anyone going to Japan, go to Book Off. There's secondhand stores for K-pop and J-pop albums and albums in general. That store has everything. So if you're looking for video games, anime stuff, they have everything. And it's pretty cheap for the most part. Because I think they do have like new stuff as well. But these are all secondhand, so this one's just like $3. So it was basically a steal. Yeah, this didn't come with like a photo card because it doesn't have a photo card, so it didn't have. It was like just exactly what it should be worth because this only has like basically almost has nothing. So it just has a DVD and lyrics, so pretty simple, but hey, it's just for collection purposes, and I actually really like the single from them. So yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't have all the singles that I wanted, but hey. So this one cost me $3. And I wanted to leave the prices so you guys can see that like I'm not lying about this. This one was like $7 or $7.50. This is Girls' Generation Genie. This is the one that comes with the DVD. And actually this is for pretty decent price because this included a photo card. And this is like a special edition, I think. And at least it has like a mini photo book. This is the Obi strip. And here is the contents. And yeah, so actually I got a Sunny photo card, which I don't think I've ever had one. So really happy that I have a Sunny photo card, because I always strive to have a photo card for every member. And I think the only member the members I'm missing when it comes to just having a singular photo card are Yuna and I think Soo Young. And because I think I have a photo card for everybody else. The one that I have the most photo cards from are Taeyeon and Jessica, which luckily for me, they're my favorites in the group. So yeah, let's flip through this. This just, oh my gosh, this takes me like back. This takes me back because I was a fan around this time. And actually, these singles were so expensive when they were like brand new. So that's why, like, I always waited on like the albums like being released, because it featured the singles. But very glad that this came with a photo card. So it was pretty cheap. Like knowing that this came with a photo card, because I know that the Japanese photo cards like go for really high prices. Well, I don't know if they still do anymore, but obviously depending on the member as well. But I thought this was pretty cheap. And I'm glad that I got a Sunny photo card. Then I got G. And I also got a photo card for this. This one cost me $5, as you can see. $5. And let me show you the photo card that I got. I actually love this. Oh my gosh. I love this concept for G. I think they look really cute. And I got Sohyun. So really happy I got her. I'm always happy to get anything Girls' Generation photo cards. This is the Obi strip, and let me flip through some photos. Yeah, I remember this as well. I remember how much they were working around this era. They were all over the place when it came to just promotions. Good old days from Girls' Generation. And this was a big hit in Japan. So, G, obviously their signature song. And that's all the singles that I got from Girls' Generation in Japan. There was still some other stuff that, they had a lot of Girls' Generation stuff that I already had. So if you are a Girls' Generation fan, or a Girls' Generation fan, you will definitely find, like, a bunch of their stuff being, like, sold at the book off stores. So I got this for $5, and I got a photo card, so yay me. So now I have a few singles to go for Girls' Generation. Hopefully I get those by the end of the year. Then let's go to 4 Minute. So I wasn't too how can I word this? I wasn't looking for 4 Minute stuff, to be completely honest. I bought this kind of because it was pretty cheap. And the main reason why I got this was because for the Japanese songs in here, not the Korean remakes. But yeah, this is like the track list on the back. You get 13 songs, and most of these are like previously released songs. Like 4 Minutes promotion in Japan, For those who don't know, like, they were a mess. Like, they were a mess. But they had really good singles, though. Like, if you want to listen to some, like, I don't think they were necessarily too successful in Japan. Because, first of all, 4 Minute was never really promoted that well. As a group, they were successful because they had great, like, good timing when it came to comebacks, and they had decent exposure in Korea. But aside from Hyuna, none of the members really did anything, because Cube never really promoted them. But I feel like their music didn't necessarily fit too well with the Japanese public, which is why I think they never broke off. They stopped releasing stuff in Japan, I think, in 2013, like promoting, like, because they were promoting for a while there. They tried. I think their last single was Love Tension, if I'm not mistaken, and that single didn't take off. But that was a good song. I'm just pretty disappointed that they never really took off in Japan, but this was for $5. That means I'm only missing one of the other, like, big releases in Japan. But yeah, so this was kind of like random. Then I got Orange Caramel for $1. So I was like, why not? Why not? And then another huge throwback, I got Secrets, Welcome to Secret Time, their first studio album in Japan. I've been meaning to get this for a while. I got this for $7. I actually was about to buy this online, but the prices kept going up for it. So when I found this, I just, like, I'm eventually going to, like, get to this, and I'm never gonna find it at, like, lower than $20. So I was like, just go ahead and get this. It was $7, so yeah. And for something that I've been meaning to get for a while, another one of my top groups, Kara. This is Nicole's studio album in Japan. This is the only one that I lost the price tag. Actually, no, they didn't. This is, like, packaged specially, so they took off the price tag. This cost me, like, I think 800 yen, so $8, which is pretty cheap for a Japanese studio album. So this is a Japanese release from her, and I'm really, really angry at myself because I actually thought I had, because I was gonna get this in Jiyoung's album in Japan, and I don't know, I think I had it on my basket, and then I didn't, I don't know if I put it back on the shelf or something, but I wanted to get Jiyoung's Many Faces. That's what the album is called, but yeah. I wanted to get this for the longest time. This is a good album. What does this come with? Does it come with a DVD? No. But love Nicole. I don't think she, like, really wants to do music anymore. If you're a Kara fan, please fill me in on, like, what's up with Nicole, because, like, just kind of on a tangent, like, I feel like she's living her best life, to be completely honest. I follow her Instagram and Twitter stuff, and, like, follow, like, Kara fan site stuff, and she doesn't seem to be doing anything in the entertainment industry anymore. I'm sure she has a lot of money from her activities in Kara, because they were making bank in Japan, and her solo stuff never broke out, and she wasn't necessarily the most popular Kara member. The one that I would definitely say is profiting most off Kara as a brand is Jiyoung, and that's because she's in Japan. Like, she is making so much money, and she's pretty big in Japan, so good for her. I want to get the album. I'm really angry at myself, so hopefully I'll get it by the end of the year, because that was released last year, and I'm really, really angry that I put it back on the shelf, because I thought I already had it. I mean, I already had it I had it in my basket, and then for some reason I put it back. But at least I got Nicole. Really, really happy. Oops. And next I have FT Island. This is their mini album in Japan. This is like a special kind of release because it's not a studio album, but it's like a special little mini album, I think. I'm adjusting the camera. Okay. Yes. So actually, let me take this off. I got this for $7.50. Again, another steal because this is like out of print. One thing I would say, okay, before like to make commentary, there was a lot of Girls' Generation items. There was a lot of what's it called, Kara stuff, and there was a lot of FT Island as well. There was a lot of 2 p.m. There was a lot of UKISS. Actually, there was so many UKISS albums, like for real. But yeah, I got this for $7. But there was a lot of UKISS, 2 p.m., Kara, CM Blue, FT Island, Girls' Generation. Yeah. Let me see what else. Oh, Big Bang as well. There's a lot of Big Bang stuff. And this was like mainly in Tokyo. Because this is where I got this all in one store. Because I did visit some other ones. But I will talk a little bit about that at the end. But those were like the main ones that were like Korean stuff. So I got FT Island. And this is something I've been meaning to get. So really glad I got this. Oh, and you do get a photo card. And I got Honky. So, good for me that I got Honky. This is? I think Wonbin was still in here. Was he? Well, really happy I got this. And I got a few more FT Island things. Let me put these right here. I got another album. And honestly, I wasn't expecting to get that many FT Island things because I'm technically done with their Korean discography, so I didn't even expect to get their Japanese stuff, but hey, this cost me $5. And I was like, hey, at least I'm going to get the studio albums. Why not? I haven't listened to these, but a lot of my friends here on YouTube, like, that love FT Island, like, love their Japanese stuff. And I just never really had the time to really listen to them. So, I love the Korean stuff. I love Honky's voice. I'm pretty sure these are great albums. But I got this for $5. This is the CD DVD version. And I'm okay with jewel cases for these because honestly, I don't have that many space anymore. So, yeah. Then I got another studio album, New Page. This cost me $7. Like I said earlier, there was a lot of FT Island stuff. So, you know, I was like, you know, I don't know whenever I'm going to come back to Japan. These are extremely cheap. Why not get these? And yeah, as you can see, actually, maybe these come with a photo card. Let me double check. Okay, this one did not come with a photo card. But let me double check. It came with this, which I think is a sticker. Oh, I know. Because when I opened some of these, one of them had like a photo card. Okay, this one doesn't. Or I don't know if like this one came with a photo card, but like originally, but my copy, it was secondhand. Maybe the fan kept the photo card, but honestly, I don't care. But great. Then I got this one. Let's see if this one comes with a photo card. Oh, it comes with a DVD as well. So I think if it had a DVD, I want this. Let me check. This is the Obi strip. No, this one did not come with a photo card either. Maybe it's the other album that has a photo card. But I think this was. They have so many studio albums in Japan. FT Island has so much music, to be completely honest. I need to like listen to these thoroughly. And then I got another one. 5 Go. And I think this is the one that had the photo card, because I actually didn't open Soyogi. I think this is what it's called. Yeah, Soyogi. I hadn't opened Soyogi. And I think this is the one. It has to be this one, because I am pretty sure I opened some of these and one of them had a photo card. Yes. So this is the one I got. I don't know if this is like a photo card or like a special thing, but I got this. Has all of the members. So that's another studio album. This one's not the DVD, CD DVD version. But yeah, for me, I grew my FT Island collection even more, even though I wasn't expecting to. But hey, they were the ones that were at the store, so I knew I wasn't gonna have enough time to go back there again. And like there was limited options as well. Like it wasn't like it was a bunch of albums that I wanted, and some of them I already had. So I got 4 albums for FT Island. So yay. Okay, and then relating to FT Island, I got a CM Blue album for $5. I'm not too fond of CM Blue's music in Japan, or maybe I'm just ignorant and I just don't even care to listen to their stuff that much in Japan. But actually, I'm not gonna open this. I got this for $5. I don't want this video to be even longer. And actually, what I was planning to get in Japan that actually did come, along with Girls' Generation and something kind of related, was BoA. Yes, I got all. These were basically all the BoA albums over there that I didn't have. So I got Love and Honesty, and I got this for $2, as you can see. So definitely like almost $3. Definitely like a steal. Then I got Listen to My Heart for $3, and Best of Soul for $3. So really, really happy that I found some BoA albums, and it cost me like nothing. And the last thing that I got was Boyfriend, which almost a girl took, and I've been meaning to get this single, and I got it for $3. So yes, like I was saying earlier in this video, so if you want to stick around, because I don't have any more albums to show, but for those who are going to Japan or are planning to going on a trip to Japan, I definitely recommend going to Book Off. They're practically everywhere in every city in Japan. And another store that I googled but I didn't have time to go to was Tower Records, and they obviously there's like little shops where they sell music in general, but you're mostly gonna find J-pop music, obviously because it's Japan. So if you are a J-pop fan, you're gonna find so many stores like around the street. Obviously more on bigger cities. On smaller cities, not so much. When I went to Japan, I did get to visit 2 sides of Japan, or like 2 regions. So I went around the Tokyo area, in the cities around there, and I got to visit, I guess, the center of Japan. So like Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe, Nara, Nagoya. So which are all big cities. So, in my experience, because I did get to visit the other book offs, but the best one that I went to was in Tokyo. Obviously, there's more people there, so there's gonna be more albums to be, I guess, more options of albums that you can get. Unfortunately, I didn't get to visit that many book offs in Tokyo. Because again, like I was saying, I had other things to do, and buying K-pop albums wasn't necessarily like on the top of my list because I had to save money as well, and I rather spend it on other things because a lot of the albums that I are on my list I know are difficult to get in general, so I wasn't expecting to find them at every store. So these were like the options that were kind of on my list. The only thing that were technically that I was planning to get were the something with Kata related. So Nicole, like that was on my list. Boa and Girls' Generation related items. Those were like my main focuses when I went to those places. But when I was there, I was just like, you know what, these are part of my planning of my collections, but they were not priority. So definitely visit if you're going to Japan. Tokyo has probably the most options because when I visited Osaka and Nagoya and Kobe, which are pretty bigger cities, and Kyoto, they didn't have that many options, to be completely honest. At least they really didn't. They really didn't have that many options on the stores that I went to. Like there was one with the first one which I went to was in Nagoya, and there wasn't basically that many albums. So they mostly just had Big Bang stuff, which I already had, or it's just like DVDs that I am not a DVD person, so definitely not that many options in every city. But if you're wanting to buy newer K-pop albums, Tower Records and like regular stores would be the best option. But I'm an older K-pop fan, so I wasn't looking for like buying like the newest BTS album or something like that. So yeah. And also in general, I think K-pop albums are more expensive in Japan when they're like sold brand new. So I wasn't gonna like, I don't know, it wasn't on the top of my list to kind of get those things. Another tip, at least at the book off stores, if you spent 5,000 yen or more, these out like you would get tax free. Like you will have your purchase will be tax free. So I saved up a lot of money, because in total was like $70. And I think I had like 16 albums, so almost every single thing was like $4 when you put it on total. But I save up a lot of money with just the tax free stuff. And this is for a lot of other things in Japan. So in general, some stores, if you spend more than 5,000 yen, you will get you won't have to pay tax for it. So definitely recommend at least hitting the 5,000 mark, because it will basically just save you up a lot of money. Not for just K-pop albums, but stuff in general. But it doesn't particularly work for every store. Usually the stores have something that on around where it says tax free, and you can always ask if they're tax free and what their guidelines are. What else? Oh yeah, and then kind of just to almost finish this video, Actually, there was a lot of K-pop. Well, I want to say not too many, but when I first arrived, I did get to see a bus with uh, NCT on it. Not an NCT stand, so I wasn't that excited, but it was pretty cool to see that they were like promoting for it. And then what else did I see? Oh yeah, in Tokyo, because I didn't. Tokyo was like my last stop. Um, um, in what was it, Shinjuku? There was I saw Red Velvet. Day 6 had like a promotion thing. Oh, and then honestly, and before I finish this video, Twice are huge in Japan. They are huge when it like aside from just AKB48 being everywhere, like literally everywhere. They're even on the subway trains, or they're everywhere. Um, Twice were pretty big, and not only like whenever city I went to, I would listen to a Twice song when I walk around the streets. There were little I forgot what those are called, but those things where you put like coins in, and then you buy it and you get a little surprise. There were like Twice stuff being sold, and they were always empty. Like they were always empty. And their songs were playing constantly. I don't think I saw like a billboard or like a big poster for Twice, but there were like Twice related stuff, like in little shops, which just definitely show that they're pretty big in Japan. And aside from that, I didn't see that many other K-pop groups being around, mainly just J-pop, obviously because it's Japan. But Twice were playing everywhere for sure. And what any of the Twice items that were there, they were like out of stock. Like even like Twice toys, I guess. I don't know how to call it. I don't know, like fan goods, whatever. They were like there. And then at the book off, there wasn't any Twice stuff. I don't know. That just definitely shows that I don't know. They have like a really steady fan base in Japan. Actually, no. I take that back. I think there were some Twice secondhand albums. Just, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Really long video, but I wanted to make this because I did promise that if I got K-pop albums, I will show them. If you have any other questions, please comment down below. I definitely recommend everyone to go to Japan. Aside from just buying K-pop albums, unforgettable experience. But yes, I'm really happy with the items that I got. And I don't know if I'll be buying too many K-pop albums for the rest of the year. Because I kind of have to save up for other stuff, because maybe I'll take another trip for next year. And yeah, so I'm really happy that I got things that I didn't expect to get, and that I learned so much throughout my trip. Alright guys, bye.